Hello and welcome back to my journey and with the Ministry of Freedom and my story that led me to the Ministry of Freedom and my journey of just experiencing the Ministry of Freedom program with Jono Armstrong as the founder. Let me say that I talked about Jono Armstrong. I talked about all those things that make this program an amazing program, the Ministry of Freedom. Well, I want to kind of give you. I think that our background does matter, and it kind of helps. It not only explains how we got to where we are today, but it kind of it's the setting, it's the foundation of not only how successful we're going to be or what our possibilities are, but what drives us. Why we're so determined and committed at this point. When I came to the Ministry of Freedom, I was ready. I took my last dime, my last dollars. I was penny pitching from this direction, from that direction. I was looking at the possibilities, the potential of dollars that I might be able to use to get this program. I had exhausted most of my funds, just taking care of my basic bills and all of my commitments that I was responsible for. So I had dealt with all of my commitments, and I was beginning to rob Peter to pay Paul just to get into the Ministry of Freedom. And part of what that was all about, I think, doesn't mean that I'm anything different from your everyday Joe. Bottom line is that people all the time, we're all kind of, I used to call it nickeling and diming. It's kind of like part of the reality of life for a lot of people. In other words, we have a budget, we follow that budget. But at the same time, we're always trying to get creative in some way that we can kind of stretch the dollar, or that we can kind of do something different this month than we did last month, or that we can kind of create that potential, that hope, that opportunity that's going to get us out of the rat race and out of the cycle, the endless cycle. You're working on this job, you're commuting to the job, you went out of your way to get the job. And sometimes you're frustrated with the job, you're stressed out, and you pay the bills off, but you're up to your neck, and so you can breathe. You got a little bit on the side, but you want to do better. And so that's kind of how I was feeling. And I don't mean to be all over the place, but that's kind of where I was at before I came into the Ministry of Freedom. I have a background as an entrepreneur, so I've done that. I've been there and done that in terms of being an entrepreneur and making those sacrifices. And I know what it's like, the pride that you have when you're working on something for yourself, when you are the president of the company, when you're the CEO, when you are up in front of your computer in the middle of the night working on a proposal that you're going to show to some prospect the next day. Okay. I think I've shared about enough for this particular episode. So thank you for watching my Ministry of Freedom story and my Ministry of Freedom journey. Leon Gilmore, you have a great day. Thank you.